How's it going, everybody? It's Stas here. So today, like you all saw in the title, we're going to go over 3 stocks that, in my opinion, could squeeze a lot, a lot higher. I can't even say that with a straight face. I want to go over 3 stocks today, guys. So if you all find value, hit the like button, subscribe, check out my Patreon down below if you want all my real-time moves in the markets, and you guys can get 50 free bucks from M1 Finance, also linked down below. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. So it's currently 12:30 p.m. on the East Coast, and the markets are kind of all over the place. We have the Dow down about 0.5%, the S&P is down 0.3%, we have the Russell down over 1.4%, so small caps are getting slammed today, and the NASDAQ 100's pretty much at break even. Gold is up, and silver's up about 0.8%, both of those, and we do have some volatility today. The VIX is up about 3.5%, and we are making a move above those lows that we saw recently on the VIX of about 14, 15. Now we're pushing 17 on the VIX, so volatility is starting to kick up again. But despite that, the S&P 500 via SPY here is still holding an uptrend on the 10-day chart. You guys can see it's still above the main 180 moving average here, which has been support the past couple of trading days, 2 trading days to be exact here, right? So if buyers step in here, which we did get a bit of a rally about an hour ago, but since then we've dumped down again. So if buyers step in again, maybe we see a pushback, a breakout on SPY. And for QQQ, it's the same thing, right? We got a nice pop earlier this morning. Now we're pulling back down, and we're testing that 50 SMA on the 10-day chart, which I believe, don't hold me to it, I could be wrong, but I believe buyers could step in here. We're already seeing a green candle forming to push it higher. So that's a quick little rundown on what's going on in the markets. Make sure you guys subscribe, because I will be going over this in my video later on today. And with that being said, let's go over the 3 stocks that have very high short interest that I believe could be the next ones to run. And from last week's video, our biggest winner was Blink. If you guys remember, in the video last week, the 3 stocks to squeeze video, Blink was at $32. Fast forward a week, I believe the infrastructure bill had to do something with this. But anyway, that was a big driver. But fast forward a week, we went from $32, and today we almost hit 50, which is a very big push. It ran up about 35% between the 2 videos, last week's video and this video. So if you guys hit Blink, good job. At this point, I wouldn't necessarily chase it. I'd wait for another pullback, and in that case, maybe we can get a dip buy on it. But for this week, let's go over some that I'm looking at that haven't necessarily ran too much. And there goes Siri on my phone, or on my watch rather. She's listening to me all the time, guys, as many of you guys probably already know that at this point. BGFV is the first one. This is Big 5 Sporting Goods. This is a pretty small company. The market cap, from what I saw earlier today doing my research, was, or it is still, about $600-700 million. So not the biggest company. Pretty small company, to be honest. And they have a very high short interest. 41% is what their short interest is. And if you guys take a look here, if I zoom in on the 20-day chart, this actually ran a crap ton over the past, well, now it's down, but from the end of October all throughout the beginning of, towards the middle of November, up until the 12th of November, this ran a lot, from $23 to $46, so it pretty much doubled up. And since then, since we hit 46, now we're back down to 29. Over the past just 2-3 days alone, we've seen a lot of selling, a lot of profit taking, and now it seems like, back on that 4-hour chart, let's take a look, we're approaching a buy zone. The buy zone being this 180 moving average on the 4-hour chart, which clearly has been support over the past couple of weeks/months. So we got a big run up. A lot of people made a lot of money. It got too hot. Now we're seeing profit taking. I expect it maybe to cool off for another day or two, maybe a couple days. But ultimately, if we consolidate above $29, $30, which as of now we're trying to do that, we could end up getting in for the next big move again with a 41% short interest. It's in the category of squeeze potential stocks. Let's just put it that way. There's a lot of people shorting this. So keep your eyes on BGFV. GoGo is another one, GOGO. This one, the chart's not as nice as BGFV. I'll be the first to tell you that. But the chart's really not that bad either. I mean, it's still holding an uptrend, well within the uptrending channel here on the 4-hour chart. But one thing I'm not liking is the fact that we're under both moving averages. That makes me a bit nervous. So for me to even consider taking this as a trade, we're going to have to break back over 15, maybe even $16. Maybe not 16, but at least 15, right? That would be right around the 180 SMA. So I'm going to put my alert at $15 on GoGo here, ticker symbol GOGO. Mark is at or above $15, and they have a short interest right now of about 32%. So still very high, but not as high as Big Five Sporting Goods. So we're going to watch essentially or ultimately if we end up holding the bottom of this channel, which as of now we're trading right around the bottom. And we're going to have to wait and see if we end up popping again to 15, 16. From that point, maybe we get a squeeze like we saw. If you guys take a look here, about a month, actually close to 2 months ago, this went from $12 to about 21 in a couple of days. Last time it was towards the bottom of this channel. So I'm not saying it's going to happen again for sure, but there's a possibility. So we're keeping an eye on GoGo. Pets is the next one, PETS. This is Pet Med Express. And this one, it's the last legitimate short squeeze that it did have was back in June. If you guys take a look here, back in June, this had a ridiculous day. I mean, it went from 29 dollars all the way to about 50 in the same day. So not exactly a double up, but pretty close to a double up in the same day. Then it cooled off a bit, and honestly, it's been cooling off ever since. You guys can see on this chart, ever since we hit that $48 high, we've kind of been, downtrending, coasting to the downside. We've gone from 48, we hit 24, we recently hit 25. But now since their last earnings report, which let's pop it up and see what they reported, they did 31 cents versus 34 cents estimated on EPS, which missed. They missed sales as well. So even though they had a double miss, the stock's kind of been moving up. You guys can see it's broken out of the downtrend. It's above both moving averages. And even recently, I mean, we hit about $33, and that was probably a little short squeeze there when it went from 29 to about 33 in the same day. That was a nice pop of over 10%. We hit 33, now we've pulled back to about 29, and notice how yesterday we had a nice pop, and today we had a nice pop where we took the highs out from yesterday, and we're riding that 50 moving average. So by the looks of it, Pet Med Express, this is gaining some steam slowly to the upside, right? With a short interest of 27%, I'm not saying we're going to squeeze tomorrow, the next day. I'm just saying have it on your radar because it's been known to see huge run-ups in a single day. So that is Pet Med Express, and the three stocks again are BGFV, GoGo, and Pets, which we just covered. Now, if you're still here, let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to hit the like button as well if you guys are finding value, and if you guys do enjoy these short squeeze videos. And let me tell you, I mention this all the time, every week. These stocks are, I'm going to be blunt with you guys, they're pretty much gambles. They're not long-term, safe, secure investments. We're pretty much being degenerate gamblers when we track stocks like these. But I know a lot of you guys, like trading stuff like this. I like speculating with these sometimes, and I have fun making these videos, which is why I'm making the videos, and they do get views, which means you guys like watching the video. So, but keep it in mind, these are gambles. Be very careful. who the heck knows what's going to happen with these stocks. So the bonus ones that I want to go over, number one is RMO, Romeo Power, which they reported earnings, and unlike Pets, they actually had a double beat. They did EPS of negative 13 cents versus negative 28 cents, which beat. Obviously, I said double beat. And we had revenue of $5.8 million versus $4.43 million estimated. So double beat for Romeo Power, and that's been setting the stock to move above the moving averages. Finally, and it's actually trading at a multi-week high right now, which is it's about time considering this has been downtrending for a long time. And it's not fully out of the woods yet, but the fact that we're starting to move up here, we have a short interest of 26%. This could be a sign that shorts are slowly covering, and this stock is super beaten down. I mean, if you guys look on the 3-year chart, it was $40 just about a year ago. Now we just hit 3, so it's down 90%. Shorts have made a lot of money, so at some point they're going to have to cover. I mean, unless they want to drive it down to $0, which could happen. But if they have a quarter or two in a row, solid quarters, shorts might cover. This thing might go ballistic. So we're covering it in this video. So you guys keep it on your watch list. Watch out for it. And the last one, which I'm fully exposed to, is Tattooed Chef. Now, I don't know exactly what the short interest is. If I were to guess, probably 15-20%. And this had a short squeeze today alone. If you guys take a look at it on the intraday chart, this went from $16 to $19. That's a pretty big move. We were up like 20% on the day at one point, and yesterday alone it was $15. So it went from 15 to 19 in one day. That's a 20% move. Now we're selling off on Tattooed Chef. It might be getting ready for round two, guys. Shorts look like they're covering towards the bottom of this wedge on the 3-year chart, which has been a buy zone overall. So maybe this starts gunning for the 20s again over the next couple of weeks. That's very, very possible. So I'm going to wrap it up here. If you guys found value, hit the like button, subscribe. Check out my Patreon down below if you want all my moves in the markets, videos, more access to me, all that good stuff. That's linked down below. Or you guys can go to StockSurfFest.com/Patreon. Make sure to also get your 50 free bucks from M1 Finance and your 2 stocks from Webull. Those are linked down below. And that's it. I'll catch you guys in the next video, which I did release a video this morning on a stock that I believe is in a complete bubble. Check that video out. I'll pop it up here, or just go to my channel and watch it. You'll find value there. I'll catch you guys there. Thanks for watching. Again, as always, keep crushing the markets. Stay safe out there. Peace out, guys.